A border crisis and the shadow of ISIS. Spain prepares for another possible mass crossing into Ceuta, and attention turns to a Moroccan town with one of North Africa's darkest reputations. Because the next wave of migrants may force authorities to answer the question they fear most. Who's really crossing the border? Just across the fence from Europe sits a town with a long history of sending fighters to the Islamic State. Now, as Spain braces for the possibility of another mass migrant crossing into Ceuta, attention is turning to Fnidc, a Moroccan border town that security experts have long identified as one of North Africa's main recruitment centres for ISIS. The town lies only minutes from the Spanish enclave and has returned to the spotlight after last week's unprecedented migrant surge. According to The Sun's report, around 70,000 people crossed into Ceuta during the chaos. More than 48,000 have since been sent back to Morocco, but Spanish authorities estimate around 5,000 migrants remain inside the territory, including nearly 1,000 children. The security concern goes beyond the scale of the crossings. During the Syrian conflict, an estimated 400 of the 1,200 Moroccans who traveled to Syria and Iraq to join ISIS came from Fnidc, according to the report. One of them was Mohammed Hamdouche, an ISIS militant who became notorious after posing with the severed heads of Syrian soldiers. Spanish media also identified him as the man who reportedly presented his bride with an explosive belt as a wedding gift before he was killed in Syria in November 2015. The report also recalls the case of Abdelmajed Abdelbari, the former London rapper who joined ISIS before entering Spain by migrant boat from Algeria in April 2020. He was arrested after arriving in Almeria and later died in prison in July 2023 while awaiting trial. Spanish authorities now fear extremist networks could again exploit irregular migration routes. According to the report, police believe at least a dozen convicted terrorists were among those who crossed into Ceuta last week, including individuals previously deported to Morocco after terrorism-related arrests in Spain. Officials reportedly believe the number of people linked to Islamist extremism could increase if another mass crossing takes place. That concern has intensified after social media posts called for another attempt on August 15th. Another message invites people to join a WhatsApp group using the password Ceuta, fueling fears that another large movement towards the border is already being organised. For Spanish authorities, the next challenge may not simply be stopping another surge. It is determining who could be hidden within it. Spain's North African enclave of Ceuta is bracing for a fresh mass crossing attempt, with online posts suggesting migrants view August 15th as their last chance to reach Europe. The warning comes just over a week after an unprecedented breach saw roughly 70,000 people swim across from Morocco in a single day, overwhelming police and triggering scenes local officials described as apocalyptic. Social media posts written in Daria, the Arabic dialect common across Morocco, Algeria and Tunisia, appear to be organising another attempt. According to The Sun, one message simply read that everything will be seen on the day. Another called for a WhatsApp group with the appointment set for August 15th, 2026, and instructed those wanting to join to send the password Ceuta in a private message. Alicante-based tech startup Golden Owl has been tracking the online activity and linked 25 Facebook groups to the campaign that preceded last week's crossing. The firm said the operation bore none of the hallmarks of a spontaneous event.
This was not a spontaneous event. It was a coordinated, pre-planned and publicized operation.
The company said no single leader appeared to be directing the effort, but pointed to a small group of identifiable administrators and recruiters, including one man from Casablanca now based in Istanbul. It added that the call for the August 15th crossing was posted on August 1st.
It was made in a group with about 108,000 members and remains active.
Adding to the unease, Spanish police say at least a dozen convicted terrorists were among those who crossed last week, with links to Islamic extremism among those previously deported from Spain to Morocco. Authorities say it is very possible more such individuals could follow. Around 48,000 of last week's arrivals have already been sent back across the border. But an estimated 5,000 migrants, including close to 1,000 children, remain in Ceuta, many sleeping rough on cardboard beds along the pavements. The city is already housing 850 children and is preparing 2 additional centres to cope with the numbers.
Well, today we are seeing the first help that these people, after 4 days or 5 days, have received from the government of Spain in order to get some food, some water, and some stabilization or normalization of their situation here at Ceuta. In the past few days, we have lived a dramatic scenario where a lot of people from Morocco came from their country here.
At least 75 people died during last week's crossing, either by drowning or in a stampede on the beach. Tensions boiled over again on August 3rd when fights broke out during a Red Cross food distribution at Trampoline Beach. Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez has blamed people's smuggling networks for exploiting a Supreme Court ruling that banned the summary return of migrants intercepted swimming towards Ceuta, or Melilla, the country's other North African enclave.
Morocco, if you don't have any paper, if you don't have any passport or anything, they will never give you any work. You can suffer in Morocco and you will never get anything. So that is the reason why we want to go to Europe and we want to make our life best and we want to work in the Europe